You mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
I know he wish he stayed cool with this nigga. Right about now.
Who, Diddy? Yeah.
He wish he could hit that phone, nigga. You know, Trump and Diddy was real cool for a minute.
What's wrong with that?
But you know, since then things they falling out.
Who said they fell out?
They did fall out because
Wow.
Diddy was saying a bunch of stuff about how Trump sucks.
So is Diddy a Republican or a Democrat?
Diddy claims to be an independent. Nigga, don't make me react to a video that we made. Nigga, because you don't watch our videos.
I do.
And you act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Which one? With Diddy and Trump fell out?
Diddy is for sure a part of the secret society. He's a billionaire. You don't make $1 billion without joining the secret society, bruh.
You think that's true?
I wouldn't deny it. How about this? I wouldn't deny it. I wouldn't be like, nah. 9 times out of 10, and we know Diddy a gatekeeper.
I don't know how believable that is. I mean, I guess.
I believe it.
Everybody.
How many billionaires are there?
It's enough. There's a surprisingly large amount.
756 billionaires living in 43 of the 50 U.S. states.
And that's just in the U.S.
That's just in the U.S., right?
Surprisingly large amount.
Right.
So during this interview, Diddy expressed his, I guess, hatred for Trump. But the Trump stuff to me doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things, bruh. A black man who don't like Trump, come a dime in a dozen. Is what Diddy said after he got done with Trump that got him in a lot of trouble.
Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished.
Damn. White men like Trump need to be banished.
Damn.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's weird. Because right now, he probably like, I might shouldn't.
Should have had choice words talking about Trump.
Should have thought things a little
right, because Trump could pardon him.
Right, yeah. And
he has the power.
And pardon, and Trump liked to free his niggas.
But you
clearly saying you're not one of Trump's niggas.
The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
But you know, you can't bring black people and white people together. Like you, just the mention of that.
It's called unity. They don't want
no.
that.
Matter of fact, we probably should talk about it right now.
Right. We ain't even talking about classism or none of that. Just race.
Get your hand out my pocket.
He would have stopped here. He would have been gravy, bruh. He would have been probably a political hero right now. They would probably be pushing Diddy how they pushing Stephen A. Smith to run for president.
First of all, let's not try to make Diddy out to be a freedom fighter. Let's not get it confused.
Yeah. I mean, he entitled to his opinion.
But also, let's not say this.
What?
You can have flaws, but still have an agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like Martin Luther King wasn't perfect, as they say. You know what I'm saying?
Came out, he liked them hoes.
Absolutely. And people try to use that to, slander his name, but that doesn't take away from the message.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bill Cosby. Say what you will about him. He did a lot for black people. He put a lot of effort, time, money, energy into the upliftment of his people.
No doubt.
Now, on the low, he was doing what he was doing. I'm not saying that's right. I'm not on the side
Allegedly,
because he came back down and all the other stuff happened. My point is, we can't just, because we know about Diddy's background, that doesn't excuse or just throw out everything. Negate is the word I'm looking for. Everything that he was trying to do and what he was doing.
It would be irresponsible of me to have us hold our vote hostage. But it would also be irresponsible of me to just let this moment go by. The world is watching, and not do everything I can to make sure that going forth that we're a part of the narrative, that we own our politics. And so I'm launching one.
That's real stuff you talking right there.
That's real spit right there. Economically, we have to own our own vote.
Right.
We voting for them, voting for this one. They don't have no interest in us.
Right.
No interest in our community, our children, none of that.
At all. But neither do we. And that's the terrible part. That maybe he was targeted for this.
So you think a lot of this,
I think they allowed him to be I'm saying the shit he was doing is horrible, but I think it was allowed for a long time because he served a purpose.
Right. Fair enough.
He was part of that spin we were just talking about. He was part of that, distract him. Show him
delusion. Yeah, illusion. Yeah.
He was valuable. And if it's true, which it hasn't been brought up in trial yet, and we'll see, that whole blackmail aspect to it. So, and on top of that, he has what the government calls intelligence. So he was very useful for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if he's talking this type of talk, wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't know, right?
And I'm not saying that's for sure.
Right.
Allegedly, nigga, we don't know.
Elected officials, and I've stepped up and put the money behind it. This is the biggest threat and the only option that we have right now as far as making a change, taking our own self-responsibility and accountability to be educated.
I don't trust it. I wouldn't trust
what,
it.
huh?
Everything he's saying sounds good. And I'm not saying he doesn't have a legitimate beef. He sounds good. But like they always say, follow the money. If the money coming from Diddy, if he financing this party, come on, son. You think Diddy can't be manipulated? You think he can't be his vision can't be swayed? Come on, man. Like they say, follow the money, baby.
Yeah, that's true. And that's also what makes it a little bit weird when they talk about the conspiracy with him, because they just pull the same tactics he pulled on other people. On him.
On him.
So he's talking that, and I'm gonna show you Trump.
All right, let's see Trump's spin on it. He said, what?
We're gonna think about it. We're considering maybe. All right, so this is Trump when they asked him whether or not he'd consider pardoning Diddy.
Okay. He got the power to do it.
All right, he pardoned. He let niggas go every day.
Yeah. Larry
Every
Hoover,
day, once a week.
somebody else he pardoned.
Bring him in here.
They're wasting a lot of money if they're going to continue with that nonsense.
And this one's a little bit more of a page 6 question, but back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage.
I know he wish he stayed cool with this nigga.
Right.
Right about now.
Who, Diddy? Yeah.
He wish he could hit that phone, nigga.
Well, nobody
Call my
like he
boy,
said, right?
please.
But let
They
me
used to
tell you,
hang out. They
right?
was in the club.
But nobody cut the check though. Diddy, nobody on his end. Like, look, man, this is the money. Come, you know how they do,
Right.
Slide the envelope. All right.
If he'd have stayed-
Trump, like, yeah, I'll give him a part, man. Next
If
week,
they'd have stayed cool, he could have called him first. Don't worry about it.
I got you.
You'll be fine. Just send a check to my office.
Stop saying
Go
that.
through the trial.
haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So it's not a popularity contest. So, I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated.
Yo, if they had a real falling out, I could hit Trump like, well.
You better kiss my ass.
Right. If it isn't, probably owe him some money or something.
Yeah, chill.
Whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Mr. President,
They're wasting a lot of.
I think he might cut him loose. I think he might.
It remains to be seen.
It depends on how it play out. I think he might.
Not sure, son. I don't know.
I won't be surprised if he does. He cut everybody else loose. He known Diddy a long time, yo.
And he been in them parties.
Right. He been in them parties. He
Trump
known
been in
since
them
the
circles.
90s.
Yeah.
That's his mans in them. He like, son, come on, man.
Right, damn. Man.
Stop playing. That's how he should call him.
Right, like, come on,
Like,
man.
look, I'm sorry about the. I was.
Yo, every time I see Whack 100, son, I think about that Corinthian leather thing, son.
Oh, his skin.
You're stupid, man. How you say
Shout
that?
out to Whack 100 skin.
He got skin like a Cordova.
Yeah. He got that
Like
Corinthian
a 76.
That perforated.
He got perforated skin, man.
Yo, you
Stop.
know about these hoes getting pay pigs?